What's up, comic fans? We're back with another episode of Boxes and Brews, where we make internet purchases and then we share them with you, the comic fam. With me today, as always, on the Boxes and Brews, the OG is Nick. What up? Bang, bang.
Right.
So,
A little tired tonight.
It's all right. The brewskis should get you in the mood. So tonight I'm drinking Oops, I Hopped My Pants. Had a little shindig today. Nephew birthday party, had some ice cream cake, so I might hop my pants later.
Had a couple of high noons, grilled a steak myself.
Nice.
Dude, by the way, Peruvian rub, that shit is good.
Nice.
Let's like go on a Peruvian takeout binge.
Did you I know you were talking about making some mango margaritas. That ever happen?
Yes, so I have like frozen mango margaritas from the summer. So what I did was I just like kind of let them defrost on my counter. I muddled them and I put them in a shaker with tequila for like 4 hours. And then like because I had a Peruvian dry rubs, like a Peruvian steak we made. So I was like, I'm gonna have a margarita, you know, little South American culture. Wait, Mexico's North America, my bad. But like a little like Latino culture. So, but yeah, it came good, man. It infused like really good. I did it with a jalapeno too before.
Nice. You gotta balance that sweet with some heat.
No, I didn't do a mango jalapeno. I did them separately. Like I'm saying, just muddle it and you just let them settle in it. Like
even if
goes with tequila.
Even if you drink them separate, it's still balanced, man.
That like I gave up like Monsters and Diet Dew for Lent.
Okay.
So like I don't drink anything sweet, so I've been like crushing high noons like too much because they have like sugar in them.
Oh man, I gave up bacon.
Nice, that's a good one.
Bacon and cured pork products, but mostly bacon.
Oh, I love the cured meats. Who doesn't?
I know.
That'd be my last meal. The sausage stick with the provolones. Oh, getting excited just thinking about it. That's not a lie.
Oh man, you don't realize how much you miss something like salami until you can't have it. And you're like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, pepperoni. You got the hardest one I ever did was cheese.
Jeez, I did brewskis.
That's not bad. You just drink hard liquor. Not bad. I've done that.
I did hard liquor and brewskis one year.
Did you do that last year?
Last year I think was just brewskis.
Or 2 years ago you did. I remember it was like recent.
One year I did everything but wine. So I still drink wine.
I will tell you, like I was drinking like it would take me like after like I just drank whiskey during the time. I didn't have any beer and I could drink like 3 scotches and be okay. I had one beer. I waited Easter Sunday at midnight, had that one beer and was buzzed. Of course, like not even an IPA. Like I just saw it in the fridge and I was like, let's do
yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh man. All right. So let's open up some packages. Don't forget, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, share. Then you guys can see our beautiful faces whenever you want.
That's right.
All right. So Nick, the first one I got, one of my packages, it's Fragile. It's from Scorpion Comics. So I've been holding this one to open for the people. So let's crack it open. And let's see what's in there. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But wait. All right. Ooh, okay. So cracked it open. Look at that. It's a nice Scorpion Comics sticker. It's a gold sticker.
Big box for a sticker.
All right, but no, that's because we got it's my Mickey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this is the gold foil. So his buttons are gold foil. So they did this one with just the white buttons, but this one's the gold foil edition. And it's also got behind it is the certificate of authenticity.
Is that the Bruce Wayne murderer cover they're doing with Mickey Mouse?
This one is more like yeah, I mean that, but I think of it as the X-Men, the Days of Future Past.
Oh, could be.
X-Men where they're up against.
No, Disney owns Marvel. That's what it is.
Yeah. So this is Del Otto. Gabrielle Del Otto did this. There's 2,500 of them in the world, so it's not like super limited, but there's only 2,500. And yeah, that's what this is. And here's the here's a oh, that's upside down. Here is a certificate of authenticity that the comic fans can read if I can get it right. And there it is. All right. So that is my first package of the evening. I like that. That is a cool cover. I actually dig that a lot. I like Mickey. It's my boy. Mickey. All right. So this is from Frankie's Comics off the internet. And if you ask me, Frankie's Comics has the best customer service in comic delivery. So, yeah, not always. They got some good exclusives there too. But for me, their service is impeccable. If you contact them, they usually get back to you real quick. They do really cool promotions like free shipping. So I dig it. So, and they package things pretty well. All right. It's got tape. They've got their own tape with Frankie on it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty dope. I kind of like want to save the tape. All right. Let's rip this tape off. Let's get to the comics. Actually, I don't think this is a comic. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Well, there's a couple of things in here. All right, so what do we got here? Boom, Star Wars.
Is it Bounty Hunters?
Yeah, so this is this is a magazine. Star Wars magazine. I believe this is Peach Momoko. This is the Virgin variant of the magazine. And I got dos because it was a set. So you get two of those and you get two of the trades. So this is Star Wars Insider Magazine. So it's pretty cool. This is issue number 200. And it's a magazine. So, oh, and you get a Frankie sticker. Oh, yeah. It was just interesting that they did for a magazine, they did a variant cover. So I got two of each. Two sets.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I like that. That was a good show.
It is. I mean, just because it's Grogu or Baby Yoda, for those of you who haven't got up to that part, you should be. And you got the Mandalorian. That's cool. All right. Last but not least, we got Atomic Comics. And these are just some regular comics that I ordered from Atomic Comics, which is a good alternative if you don't want to do like Midtown or something. I find Atomic to be pretty good. I think they're a little bit quicker with the shipping, honestly. But these
They're on a week lag with Midtown.
Yeah, these I held back a little bit just to save on shipping. So let's see. We'll go through these real quick. A lot of these are a little older. So boom. Got Department of Truth.
That series is the bomb. I mean, it's kind of stalled a little bit, but
it is. Well, it's in the last issue that came out is kind of like an interlude.
I read it last week. I read it yesterday. What am I saying?
Yeah, the first arc finished, and now it's kind of the second arc, but they're gearing up towards a bigger arc, really. And Department of Truth was optioned. So if you have issue 1, it's like a $50 book now.
What's optioned?
Department of Truth for a show, for TV.
Oh,
show.
It got picked up for a show?
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I could totally see how, and that's going to piss people off.
So if you have the Department of Truth, go ahead and put that to the side. Just like you would with something that's killing the children, which is another James Tynion. So this is Batman Annual number 5, and I know my fingers are all over it, but you got Batman, Clown Hunter. I think this is Derek Chu cover, and this is the origin of the Clown Hunter. It's an annual. It was a good issue. You know, I don't think it's
Leslie Tompkins shine, isn't it?
yeah. What do we got? We got Thor number 10, Prey. Thor is actually a really good series. If you're not reading it, I would. It's worth your time. We got Batman 104. It's a decent cover. Pretty cool. I know. Yeah, it's fine. I like it. I was gonna say I don't like Batman's face, but actually, that's not true. All right, I don't like Batman's face on this one. It's 105.
No, it's like Jay Leno's chin.
So that's that one. As you can see, lots of Batman books in here. We only find them when they're dead. Number 4. I've only read up to issue 3. It's a little slow, but it's cool. I don't know. We'll see. We got crossover number 2. Yep, crossover number 2. Crossover has been slow too, but issue 4 kind of sped things up a little bit. And last,
All right. I haven't read it yet.
all right, and last but not least, Venom number 31. All right.
I'm surprised. Like, they need to like get a Venom series. Like, I guess there's movies. They're making the movies.
I had supplemental material. I guess it all didn't come in one box. This looks like one issue, so we'll just rip it open real quick. Venom is, it's sad that it's coming to an end.
Go out on a high note.
Yeah, what's it got? 2 more issues? Yeah, totally. They should go out on top. But Donny Cates is he said that he will write another big series. So I don't know what he's moving on to. Maybe they'll put him on ASM.
You know what I like though about King in Black? While you open that, or if you already got it open, I won't. I'll save it.
Go ahead. Say your.
I like that they keep it like King in Black and Venom. You need to read those two. The other stuff tells you what happens, but they're totally separate. Like
Right.
I hate when Marvel, like with Infinity, like I just read Infinity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they were like it would go like one issue to a totally different place. Like Namor, it's just about like Namor.
Yeah. No,
You know
I
what
like
mean?
I like when they do events like that too, where you don't have to get all the tie-ins. Like if you want to, you can. If you
I
like
gave
the
up.
character,
There were too many. Too many.
it sucks. I told you guys, get Thor number 11.
What's the newest issue with Thor?
Thor is
13?
13 should be the next one, I believe. Or 13.
This last one ended good. This was like a good one.
Yeah, no, 13 came out. That was the one with Throg. I like that one. Did you read the one with
Yes.
Throg? The little
Yeah. But I didn't want to go into the end.
This is
That's a sick cover.
Yeah, this is Venom 32. This is the B cover. This is the Ryan Stegman cover.
I'm surprised I didn't buy that.
Yeah, this one I saw it and was like, I need that one.
I'm surprised I didn't buy that. I usually go for the variants.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show this one again because it's so cool. All right, and last but not least, we got crossover number 3. It looks like a cool cover. I guess Carnage, black and white and blood.
I'm excited for that.
That one looks like a pretty cool cover on the number 1. All right.
All right. So this is I guess 2 weeks ago's pickups because I'm on a week lag. So we ready?
Yeah.
We got Something is Killing the Children 15. This series is good. It's kind of like a Stranger Things-y kind of, I think.
It's good.
But it's good. I enjoy it.
That was a good wrap-up issue. That's the end of a big first arc. So that was it's a good issue. It's not groundbreaking, but it's good. The series itself is great.
The Scumbag 5. Let's see. The Scumbag number 5. I don't know. I'm just digging this. Like, I love like making fun of like. I hate outrage culture, but like I love how they make fun of people that get outraged over your outrage. I just think it's funny.
Ernie's that's a funny character. In my videos, I always say like it's real good. Give it a read. Keep it away from the children. Like.
We got crossover number 4, which I think I got the spoiler cover.
That's well, not a spoiler cover. That's a secret variant. There's 5 different versions of that cover. He's like different in different color suits. In each one.
But if this is gonna pick up, I'll probably read this next.
I have 3 of the 5 of that one, and there's actually a sketch variant of that too.
I got Daredevil 25. I don't know why. I think it was one per customer.
That's third print.
Yep, third print. We got this. I don't know what this is, but like Silence of the Lambs has been on like Showtime.
Stray Dogs. Yeah, that's a good one. So
Yeah, it's been on TV. Like I watched it like 6 times these past 2 months.
yeah, that's a good series. Let me not hype it up too much because the first issue.
This is the first issue.
Yeah, that's the first issue. It sets up the story, but it's a good first issue. And the artist does My Little Pony, so it's really funny because that's like adult material, has to do with like murder and stuff, but you got like the art style like 90s cartoons and like My Little Pony. So it's interesting. It's good. I'm gonna stick with that one actually. Stray Dogs.
We got ASM 60. I'm missing issue 54, so I can't read it.
Until you get 54.
I'll probably just order it back issued, or I'll just wait for it to come out on Marvel Unlimited. 48.
61 will start a new story arc, so you'll be a little lost, but you can start with 61 if you want.
Honestly, like I like Spider-Man. I'm totally lost on it. Like after Superior Spider-Man, and I don't have the time to read like the Parker Luck, which I know his whole life's gonna be a mess, but he's back. Like I know where it's going with it. So I need a good like it's a good people in the comment section. Let me know a good jump on point for Spider-Man because I've slept on it for a couple of years.
61 is going to be a good issue to get too because he's going to have a new suit in that one.
Wolverine 10.
Nice.
It's been hit and miss for me this series. Wolverine, I prefer. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like bored of these main series. I think we've spoken about it before. It's like, how far can our hero be pushed? Nothing will ever be the same until the next rider takes.
Was that a variant cover? I don't remember seeing that one.
Oh, I think. Yeah. It's who did it? Gruber, Adam Kubert.
Adam Kubert. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's a cool one. I don't remember seeing that in the stores.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying like Wolverine White and Blood or like these one shots where it's like something different, but it ends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, one per customer. They got me. Fifth print. I don't know.
Is that that's like the third print, first print or something like that?
I think it's like the fifth, dude.
Fifth print? Maybe it's the fifth print.
This is the fifth print. I think I have all 5.
And you never know if that ever blows up. If it gets picked up like Voltron or something, you might have
this comic again, I always get image number 1s. I don't know what this is. 2 Moons? Werewolf, maybe?
I've heard some good stuff about that, but I can't tell you anything about 2 Moons.
My last King in Black tie-in purchase, there's just too many of them. Symbiote Spider-Man, like number 4.
That guy looks like he's one of like Darkseid's like minions or something.
He does actually.
I was like, DC? What?
I got the wrong cover for Batman Black and White number 3.
Still a dope cover. Sana Takada or whatever did that cover. Still pretty dope. I think that's still going for like $8 to $10 on eBay.
I got this variant, Department of Truth. Nice. I think I paid a little more for this one.
All right. That's that one's done by the actual interior artist.
Yeah.
And the A cover is done by Simons, who did all the other issues 1 through 5. So Simons is not on it for the next 2 or 3 issues because he's working on issues like 9 and further or something like that. But yeah, it's dope.
I mean, I don't know how you like get like it's kind of like a Cold War Arkham Asylum art style, like from the comic Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this staticky. Been digging some of these. Honestly, like kind of exhausted with Future State. Like we get it. Like technology's taking over, surveillance. Like enough. Yeah. Give me something different.
Well,
like,
luckily for you, that's it. It's done. Future State is.
No, you get what I'm saying. Like it's. I understand like what you're going for.
Yeah. Next month is like there's one Future State at the end of March, and that's it.
Nailbiter not as good as the original. Kind of disappointing, but the original Nailbiter, like, well, like, have you read that? Read that.
I've heard it's real good.
Yeah.
No.
This is real. The original Nailbiter is really good.
I'm on it.
Like
We're gonna have to do a cocktails and comics nail biter episode. There, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think
How
this
is Harley Quinn? I only read like the first two.
It's pretty good. It's not the same without Batman, but like I'm digging his world, like that he's building on it.
Yeah.
And again, it's different.
I like the first two issues of Harley Quinn I read. So
yeah, I'm like really enjoying like what he's doing. So we got now for the main course.
Oh, the coup d'etat.
Got these two prints. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Same one, Jock for Nocterra.
The autographed.
Yeah, I'll probably get them autographed though.
Yes.
I don't know what this is because and we got this hardcover. I don't know what this is. I think this is signed by them. Maybe that might be an original. Yeah.
Nice. So who did
I
Nocturne?
don't know what this is.
It's Scott Snyder, and who's the artist?
No, I know what I'm saying. I don't know what this.
Which
issue one's coming out this week or came out, like it's coming out this Wednesday. I don't know how I could have this much material. I don't know what's in it.
So I
don't want to open it, but I don't want to. Do I have to buy another one just to see what this is?
You probably got like 2 or 3 issues or something in there.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that before they sold it.
Well, maybe that's like your prize for funding, for doing the funding.
Everything's about money. There's no way they would do that.
Where did you fund that? Kickstarter. So maybe they threw you some extra bones for doing the Kickstarter.
I would think bonus issues, like bonus material and shit like that.
But you didn't mention who did that. Is Scott Snyder?
Oh wow, I'm sorry. Where am I at? I'm sorry.
Yeah, give some credit.
This is Scott Snyder, who I think thankfully is like he's done with DC. He's kind of doing his own thing. I think it's just time for him. This is a collaboration from Scott Snyder and Tony Daniel.
He did a lot of Batman comics recently. A lot of
black and white. Apparently the premise is like the sun's gone out and humanity's got to. I don't know. I mean, I'm here for it. Again, anything he writes, I'll buy. He's earned that right with me.
Right. He's definitely bought himself some sweat equity. Like he's got equity with us.
I think to your point though, like he knows like horror is his thing and he's trying to do sci-fi. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think it's his.
Maybe it's sci-fi horror.
I hope so. But he's a horror guy. That's his.
Yeah, he did The Wake with Sean Gordon Murphy, and that was horror, but it was like almost. I guess it was like a mix of both sci-fi and horror.
Good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe.
Excuse me.
Bless you. You know what? I felt like I had to sneeze, but I was holding it in. But you just let it rip. So
I couldn't hold it. That just came quick. It was violent.
You ever do the rub your nose and
that doesn't work?
Like broccoli. It works for me. I don't know.
But this is for the audience. I have a question for you. I'm in a predicament.
Yeah.
So I've been like kind of like some like classic Batman stuff. Like I've taken a little bit of break from older Batman stuff. I actually just read Arkham Asylum and Dark Knight Returns. I've been watching Harley Quinn on HBO Max. So I've been telling myself I'm going to replay the Arkham games. And I was really good at those Arkham Challenge modes, like really good at those. So I'm also an accountant. It's tax season. Do I play the first one with the best story or Arkham City, which takes longer but has the best challenge rooms? And that's what I love about the game more than the game. So you let me know what you think I should do, and I'll go from there.
And every time you say Arkham City, I just get triggered. I hear that R. Kelly, Arkham City. Ooh, yeah.
And you can ask Will out of all his friends who was ranked the highest in Arkham.
Hey, if you watched Cocktails and Comics and you watched the Court of Owls when we talked about the video game, I think that was episode 3, you would know that this man here crushes the challenge rooms. We're getting like the rest of us, if we hit like 30 guys in a row, we're like, yeah, look, we killed it. Like once I got like 50 something, I'm like, yeah. and then you watch this guy play, and
My best is a 252 hit combo.
yeah, like you'll go take a shower, make lunch, shovel some snow outside, and come back, and he's still crushing it, breaking
The
arms.
key is you can't press square you can't press the punch button too much. You got to have a rule when you play that game. Anytime you see a flash, counter. That's it. That's the rule.
Just
And
can't.
when in doubt, jump over people because you can jump and jump and jump and it won't ruin your combo.
Which is different than
Harley Quinn was really good
yeah.
in Arkham Knight.
The-
That's another thing. My
the other
PS4
character's different.
blew up.
Like Red Hood has a gun.
Oh, dude, he's good. And he also doesn't fight like ninjas or anything or like anything else like that. So you could literally, when everybody gets shields, you do the stun and you jump on them and you can keep doing that and they can't hit you. It's like a glitch. That's how I got the 252.
Nice. I was gonna compare it to the Spider-Man game, like Spider-Man.
That's harder.
Was
The Spider-Man game's a lot harder.
a lot harder to combo because you have to constantly keep hitting them. If you stop or like you said, jump, 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 your combo ends.
And there's no counter. There's no like, because when you counter in Batman, you can't. But I'll tell you, I will take that combat system over like the Dark Souls, like the Jedi Fallen. It's like so choppy. Even like God of War, they made God of War like Dark Souls. I'm so I'm one of the only people that like didn't like God of War 4. Like I YouTubed the story. I know the story. It was a great story.
Couldn't finish it.
Like I'm not gonna play the game.
Man, I actually have it, but I haven't played it. I've had it for like 2 years, just never played it. I don't know why. I think I got sucked into Spider-Man and The Witcher, and I got sucked into a bunch of games that just
Yeah. Dude, I can't get good at the Spider-Man combat. Like I just can't get. It's like Arkham, but it's different.
It's a different beast. Yeah, similar, but not like when you counter in Batman, you get hits, whatever. This one, when you counter, like you might shoot somebody with a web, but usually you're just jumping over somebody, and then you got to hit.
Yeah, and they shoot you with guns, and it's like just it's harder. I think
Right.
the other game has that combat style as Lord of the Rings, the Mordor game.
Isn't that? Can you play that one online? I thought that one.
It's
had
like $10 now if you download it.
Yeah.
The first one, the Shadow, and then there was like
Shadow.
War. There were two of them.
Yeah.
That was good, but like I played that like a dick. Like I don't know why. I didn't realize you had to sneak around. No, I bought some upgrade where every time you like jump over somebody, you stun them and it like ruins your combo. And it got so annoying that I just stopped playing.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, so I guess, fam, if you can answer Nick's question for him, give him some insight into that. I'm actually looking forward to so I got the PS5 and I'm looking forward to playing some of my older games on it just to see how graphically updated it is. I played Broforce the other day. Love Broforce. It looks so clean, so much cleaner. It's still 8-bit, but it looks so much cleaner on that system.
Actually, funny story. Me and Will got PS5 the same day. It was destiny. He got it, texted us, and I got like I had the hot stock app. So I went on PlayStation's like Sony.direct PlayStation.com. I got in. It was like a 15-minute wait, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get this." I literally like while I was waiting, I was like, all right, what's my password? Because you have to like sign in, so there's no bots. Like you have to make a Sony account or whatever.
Yeah, right. You have to be like in the Sony PlayStation network.
Yeah.
To buy it. Like you can't just be some regular Joe Schmo. So you actually have to have an account with them, which it's pretty ingenious. But they still sell out on that too. They actually did one a couple of months ago where you could only buy it if you had the Sony credit card and you had points. And it's still sold out. Like people saved up enough points.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
To buy a PS5 with their points off the credit card.
It's like, funny. This guy at work, he broke his leg in like 3 places. He slipped on ice. But every time I get it, I ping him like, go to Best Buy now. And he was like in his kitchen, and it takes him a while now. And then I tell everybody where I got PS5. Woo. He goes, you didn't tell me? I was like, I pinged you, bro.
So you got to carry like your laptop with you. If you're in the kitchen, you got to have a laptop.
There's no excuse when you have the most powerful device in your hand.
It's true. It's true. That little device, I don't even know where mine is.
I can't wait till it's raining here tomorrow. I'm gonna have my door open all day. I'm gonna be like,
hey, are you here? You here?
I hope it comes with a controller.
You have to be home too. They won't leave it on your step, like doorstep.
I'm
Like
home. Where am I going?
yeah, you have to sign for it. I'm just saying, like,
No, I think they show your ID or something. I'm not gonna sign for that.
no, yeah. Well, yeah, they want some form of verification. If you don't have an ID though, you still have to sign it. You have
I
to
hope I get a controller
little,
with it.
but yeah, you get one controller in the box unless you got like a bundle. Then you'll get.
No, I got this system. Did you get the discless or the disc?
I got disc.
I got the disc too.
I got disc. Yeah,
I'm
because
happy.
otherwise I couldn't play my PS4 games.
That's true. Actually, I'm actually excited too because like if there's like, I'm pissed. I think I sold Arkham Asylum or it's at my. I might be at my mom's, but like there are certain games like I want to keep. Like Ronnie has every Madden cover from like '03. My friend Ronnie.
Yeah. I know Ronnie.
No, I'm telling the people like our friend Ronnie has 20 Maddens. It's ridiculous.
Yes, that's right. The people, you're not just talking to me, I'm talking to the comic fan.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm excited though. And it is a beast. So you better clear out some space wherever you're putting it. That thing is like a
I
computer.
think I got room. Yeah, I got room for it. I'm gonna have to put it like long ways.
I have mine standing up. It's right next to the TV. And now my PS4 is right next to it. And I'm probably just gonna end up putting the PS4 away because after I hooked up the 5 and I synced all the data. I played all the games. There's really nothing on it. The only thing that's frustrating, and this is first world problems, is I have to put my passwords in for like Netflix and Hulu and all that. So you got to re-enter all your passwords. So that's a little pain.
Yeah,
other than that,
I think again, like I'm gonna bring my PlayStation 4 like upstairs. So like now, like I could watch it on both floors.
Yeah, it's good if you have another room. Like, so the PS5 should be like your centerpiece of your entertainment console, right? Like that should be where you go and you game and your man cave, whatever it is. And then your PS4 could be like your bedroom, like, all right, I'm ready to wind down. You could still play your games on both platforms.
It's pretty much for Netflix though, as well.
Yeah. Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu.
Lex actually has a big monitor. Like we converted like the home office into like a gym as well. Nice. So like I want to like be able to play that and then like a challenge room and then do like push-ups or like something fun like that.
Right. If you mess up the challenge room, you got to do push-ups, extra push-ups.
I take it serious. I told Will like, what are you doing one time I took the controller from?
I've actually seen you do your workout routine, like where you did push-ups in between.
I did like 200 push-ups and squats.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't game like that, but whatever.
Dude, that was so much fun. It was like the original one too. There was you were in a brown sewer. That was my favorite challenge map. And you got the extreme ones. And I was the Joker. I was man good in that room. Because the first one you could play as the Joker. And if you bought it for PlayStation 3 only, you could play as the Joker, I think.
Yeah, it was like an exclusive for the system.
Did you play that shit when it first came out, that game? Because I remember mad people were skeptical about Arkham Asylum. Mad people.
I played it and it was good. It was real good. I just remember it was very constricting. And then the future games were more open world.
I hate those games. They're too much. I don't have time for that. Like, there's value in a game that puts me not to the level of the Avengers where it was like you were literally in an arcade game putting quarters in, right? Like, that's what the Avengers game was like. I want to go in a straight line. I want to fuck people up. I want a great story, and I want to be done with it.
My only issue with Arkham Asylum was I like to go into rooms guns blazing, and a lot of times it was more about stealth, and that's what got me.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it's too much for me. Some people love stealth. For me, it was a little bit too much. I don't mind having one or two boards, but when 80% of the game is stealth, for me,
it wasn't 80%. That's a little much.
All right, but it was definitely more stealth than it was just like punch people in the face. I feel like it was like a 50.
Oh, absolutely. But the story mode was great. The fighting was great. And in theory, when Batman is with people with guns, that's what he would do.
Yeah. Also,
the challenge rooms were the game, dude.
Also, you're a big challenge room guy. Like I did them, but my biggest combo, like on any given good day, was like 25. So.
Yeah, that's like. Like, and like you could, I remember I was 21 when that game came out, and you could like break dudes' arms, like legit. You heard the. I went to the midnight release. I'm so pissed I didn't get the toy Batmobile for Arkham Knight. It sold out on Amazon. I got like I still have an Arkham City statue.
Speaking of toys, I'll be right back. It's not Batman, but I got a new toy. I'm back. So I got this, and I sent this to you, but just so the rest of the comic fam feels sad. Here's fallen leader Optimus Prime. He's even gray. He's gray, black and white.
Oh, that movie made me cry, bro.
If you've never seen the original movie, like
watch that.
Go watch it. It is baller.
I'm gonna tell you this. Fuck Hot Rod. I hate him.
You got Dutch.
I'm still. That's right. I'm still mad at Hot Rod.
Yo, he
got Optimus killed. Spoiler alert. 35 years later.
He's like Star-Lord in the Avengers movies. Like,
bro, he's worse.
But yeah, Hot Rod messed up. Bumblebee was pretty badass. Ooh, so many. I remember watching that movie and being like, people are dying. Like, like if you watch like the Transformers on TV, like
yeah,
they just get hurt. Nobody dies. And then you watch except for the new Netflix series, like Transformers die in that too.
Wait, did the new season come out?
It did. It's so they didn't call it
season, right? Yeah, Earthrise. Did it come out?
They didn't call it season 2 though. It's like season 1 of a new. It's like the same characters, but it's not. It's a new season 1 of a new version of the show. Like they've left Cybertron.
You know what? That show. Oh, we could do a whole show on that, bro.
Good.
Like what they did was they made Megatron. You could tell like he had a legitimate cause and then gets corrupted. Because you would tell like him and Optimus are friends, and Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, and Ultra Magnus.
Yeah. But you see like propaganda, and it's scary.
And yeah, so it was good. It was good. It's worth checking out.
It was the best Transformer show in years.
Oh, in years. It's very adult. It's for people who saw like the original movie. Like that's the fan.
I think it's a little bit of today's political climate. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Well, it's different.
No, you never. I mean, I've never seen like a Transformers where you see him like lying to the people with like propaganda and stuff like that. Like it was very contemporary.
Yeah, but Megatron's always kind of relied on like.
No, he's always been, I'll kill you, the ends justify the means and all that. But I'm talking about lying, like literally shooting Autobots, and then you're like, yeah, they attacked us. Like, what am I gonna do?
He's a little bit more of a politician, but he's always been a snake in the grass. You know what I mean?
Yes.
but I just remember, like I was saying, to get back to my original point, I just remember watching that and seeing like literally Transformers dying, and I was like, oh,
cried.
Like yeah, it was emotional. It was emotional. So if you've never seen the original Transformers movie, you should watch it. Orson Welles is Unicron. Leonard Nimoy's in that. Obviously, all these guys are pretty much gone by now.
Leonard Nimoy's dead.
Yeah, and Orson Welles is dead too. So, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters who were in there who actually Unicron, I believe, was Orson Welles' last actual role in a movie. So there you go. There you go. All right. I feel like this is a good place to stop. What do you think?
I'm good.
All right. Thank you for joining us, fam. If you can answer Nick's question, he's over there, isn't he? Go ahead and throw something like that in the comments. And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, subscribe, like, follow, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and grab yourself a tasty beverage if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time on Boxes and Brews. Peace.
Cheers.